Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Fish. All right. So, how do you locate, how do you find Microsoft PowerPoint online? So, you're going to go to apps, just like you would for Word, for Excel. You go to apps and you would click on PowerPoint. And then when PowerPoint opens, if you scroll down, you see that there are some templates down here, several different types of templates that you could use, which are also found that when we're going to just go to the blank presentation, create blank presentation right there. And it may or may not ask you to sign in, much like it's doing for me. Let's try that one more time. But you may not have this particular issue. All right, so now you are here in PowerPoint. You have all your commands going across the top. So remember what I taught you before, if you saw in Microsoft Word, as it relates to the ribbon, how you can actually change this ribbon. And let me emphasize the fact that it is always better to use the desktop version. That's the one that you would download to your computer versus the online version. Just keep that in mind, because the desktop version has all of the commands, whereas your online version only has just a few of the commands. It's limited. So if you go to the end of your ribbon, like I taught you before, you can click on Classic, and that way you can see all of your commands here. And you can always, if you want to, notice when I click anywhere else, and if I move my cursor here, the ribbon will pop out. If you don't like that, which I'm not a big fan of it, you can click on that down arrow again and then click on always show ribbon. Okay. But if that doesn't bother you, then, and it does give more room here, obviously, so if you notice here, when I move my cursor on any of these commands here, these tabs, the ribbon will disappear, but it also gives us more room to come in here and start working on our slides, right? So that's how you locate Microsoft PowerPoint. And one more thing I do want to remind you about, again, you know this already because you learned it in Microsoft Word and Excel. You can change the file name right here where it says presentation one. A lot of times it'll give it a default name, but you can change it right there. And let's just go ahead and do that now so you'll know. You can change it to whatever, call it whatever you want to call it, assignment one or whatever, okay? And then if I click anywhere else, it automatically saves. Notice that save that popped up right there. So it automatically saved that name of the assignment. All right, so I think that's pretty much all I needed to show here. It's mainly locating it. And so that's it. That's pretty much it. So I'll see you in the next video.